And who do we got with us today?
Shunda Shunda Renee Hawthorne.
Tell us a bit about yourself, Miss Shunda.
Well, I was born January 9th, 1980. I was born at Touche Regional Hospital, and I was born disabled. I have a mild case of cerebral palsy in my right leg, and I have jagged toes, but it's okay. They got like, I don't know exactly what they were, but I've been to Shriners Hospital for crippled children. I've been there maybe once. And no, I've been there twice. I don't quite remember what happened, but that was you. And
tell us how you grew up, Miss Shunda.
Well, my mom was always a church-going lady. I wrote this story, sir, when I went to BAC, Belleville Area College in Belleville. It's over there by Walmart, and it's got like a big superstore there. It's got a hair weave store, and it's got a Burger King, and then it's got a Chick-fil-A. So anyway, Chris, what happened was when I went there, I had got some skinny jeans, but I didn't have any money, so I stole the skinny jeans. And this guy I've been liking for so long, named Charles Griffin Doss, I would love to be his wife. Me and him been together for like maybe I would say 3 years, 8 years, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to marry him, but you know, I keep thinking about my past. This guy named Jeff Martin, I met him on a bi-state bus in Cahokia. He gave me his phone number, which was 618-301-2279. So Christy Martin is his little sister. She's the baby. He got a brother named Greg Martin. His mom name is Mary Cox. His stepdad name is John Cox. His dad, Jeff Martin, is dead. They name him after the child. And sometimes they come around, Chris, and they want to terrorize your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He say he like black girls. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And
what kind of schools did you go to growing up? What schools did you go to?
I went to Bernice Nearly in Centerville, Illinois. I went to Eastside Senior High School after some time. And then I went to, that's the only two schools I went to.
Did you graduate?
Yes, I graduated. I was supposed to come out in 1999, but my credits was low, so I came out in 2000.
Where did life take you after graduation? Well, after you graduated school, what did you do?
Life was cool, but I still didn't get a job, and I could have got a job when I was walking a little bit better. But I noticed that, like my dad say, the more you walk on your leg, the worse it's going to be. But then God blessed me, though, Chris. He blessed me with a good man. And excuses is like assholes. Everybody got one. I can't say I turned my back on Charles, but it's just that when I smoke marijuana, I be like, yeah, it makes me, one thing it do, Chris, it bring me into realization about how I weigh, how much I weigh, and how much I look. You know what I'm saying? And let the doctors take a look at it. Here's looking at you, kid. But yeah, so, you know.
Who introduced you to smoking?
Well, I seen it on New Jack City with Mr. Wesley Snipes, and you know what I'm saying? But that was just something else. I couldn't get it until I came to East St. Louis. So then...
No, I'm saying, who introduced you to smoking the reefer?
Oh, the reefer?
Like how long?
My dad.
How old were you when you got started that?
A reefer, I was probably like, I would say 18.
Okay.
19, probably 18.
And you're 40,
19,
you're 40,
I was 19.
What, 41 now?
I'm 40, I think I'm 45.
45
I'm 45.
now. Okay, and after you started smoking a reefer, did it lead to other things, or did you just stay smoking that for a while?
No, I started smoking weed, and then all of a sudden it didn't lead to other things, but I guess it kind of led to a beer, and then it went from a beer to, but I would take $10, Chris, and I would spend it on some crack cocaine. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna tell me Bob Saget did that. Ain't no way in the hell, and I'm not trying to sound like Sheila Swilly Shakur felt sorry for me. He said we got our game from a fucking woman. But I did not tell you this is the worst part about it.
Mm-hmm.
I went to jail, Chris.
What happened?
Well, I was out in Cahokia, Illinois, and after I spent my little third check, I was getting a check on the third. At first, I was getting it on the first, but then they stopped it and started putting it to the third. So anyway, what happened was, and then so after that, I went to prison. So it stopped being jails, county jails and stuff, because I've been quite everywhere.
How long were you incarcerated?
I was incarcerated for like 4 months, but they told me I had 9 months. So I did 1 month, and then they gave me 8 months. But I bit a CO, so they gave me a year, and they gave me a year and 8 months. So I did a year and 8 months.
How was that time spent away? Like, how did that affect you?
It just being away from society, knowing that I could have a job and put my good foot down, give people donations, work at a store. Sometimes you do it for free. You won't see the end. You ain't seen the last. I heard. Which way did it go? Everywhere, sir. Everywhere. Look, the crack went down the pipe, bro.
After you got out, what did you do? When they released you, what was the plan when you got out?
Well, the plan was just to go home. And now that I'm getting older, and we're going to get this, cut short. But now that I'm getting older, I want to save money. See, I was thinking if I had like $300, $400, maybe $1,000, I have enough money to rent with my own place. Me and my old man, we're homeless. He beautiful. You know who he look like, Chris? Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams.
How long have you guys been dealing with being on the street? And what led to that?
Well, because Mrs. Powers, he was staying in Caseyville. He was staying in a nursing home. And then he said all of a sudden it was kind of like blackly owned. You can smell it smell like black people. But then but it was half and half. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. It was half and half. So then the white people came, charged he moved out, and then I don't know why he didn't stay. Wouldn't you rather pay your little rent and stay? And that's when the white people was like, and then they'll knock on the door, Chris, and then he'll open the door a little bit. Nah, I don't think you ought to. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just, when I went to high school, this guy named Francis Williams reminds me a lot like you, a father black brother. Took a picture. He gave me this picture. We was in high school. I know all y'all names, man. Home of the Tigers. Home of the Tigers, you know what I'm saying? None of the Flyers. But it was Home of the Tigers, right? Yeah, I remember Miss Hendricks. She was my history teacher. I had Mr. Walter C. Brim, who I haven't seen in a long time. I had, who else? I had Miss Jacqueline Little, Miss Tori Goodman. Oh, and Miss Tori Goodman she was working at St. Clair County Jail. Yeah, I know Miss Triplett. You know Miss Triplett? Yeah. Miss Triplett looked like a baby Michael. They say Miss Triplett looked like a baby Michael. I remember Shay Quarles, Danielle Washington. Waterbug went to prison. We was it was out there, by Chicago, Logan Correctional. I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, that just sums it up. I'm gonna stop smoking crack. These girls was down there at the shelter, Chris, and they told me, hey, you want to come with us? We're going to get you in the shelters over in St. Louis, Missouri, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get you cleaned up, get you a place to stay. It's getting cold, And then I said, yeah. And then so we get in the car, we leave St. Vincent de Paul. We coming up here, and then I say, can y'all buy me a hair wig or a hair weave? And then she said, yeah, we'll buy you a hair weave or a hair wig. Just let's go to the shelter so you can take a shower, and put on some more clothes. We got clothes and everything. Oh, you're going to love it. So I was like, no, just go to McDonald's and give me an iced coffee. They was like, we're not going to buy you the hair wig or the hair weave unless you go with us. And I was like, no, I want to be with my boyfriend. Take me back to the shelter. So anyway, Chris, a long story short, I hit this white lady at the shelter. I hit her. I just got up, remember she put Ricky down, I hit her.
In closing, if you want to leave us with any advice, any wisdom, any knowledge, now's the time to tell us on the closeout, Miss Shunda.
Okay. Just follow your dreams. You know what I'm saying? And to remember to always think twice. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people are not here to help you. They're here to ruin you. And I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now, right now, I'm sitting up just saying Steve Wilkos ain't going to tear it down. But Steve Wilkos is mean. My mom said, oh, he's demonic. Only thing, she said Jerry Grace was what's his name? Jerry Springer. She said he's demonic, and she would watch Steve Wilkos because he'll be like, get off my stage when they take the lie detector test.
We appreciate you sharing with us, Miss Shunda. We wish you all the best and thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.